The Royal Commission into Child Sexual Abuse will tomorrow turn its attention to a yoga retreat on the New South Wales Central Coast. It's alleged that two former spiritual leaders groomed and abused children there in the 1970s and 80s, and that the movement's founder in India also committed sexual offences against children. Claire Aird reports.
Hidden among the trees of Mangrove Mountain, Satyananda Yoga Ashram was set up here in 1974.
All sound is a universal sound.
It would become the Australian headquarters of a global yoga movement started by Indian guru Swami Satyananda.
For a small minority of us, those who are vulnerable, there was another side.
Bhakti Manning was just 14 years old when she went to the ashram. She says there was a group of children there, some as young as 5, separated from their parents.
We were children who were groomed to be used by those who had power. There were methods of making us feel we were special. Not only was there sexual abuse, but we worked for nothing.
Some of the abuse allegations are aimed at Swami Akandanand, who was in charge of the ashram at the time. In the 1980s, he was charged with more than 35 child sex offences and jailed. His conviction was overturned after changes to New South Wales laws. He died 6 years later.
In Australia, I was abused by 2 Indian swamis, and then in India by the founder, Swami Satyananda.
Earlier this year, the retreat, renamed Mangrove Mountain, issued an apology. It read, "No doubt the failure of the ashram to publicly acknowledge these events has added to the pain and prevented many from finding a path to healing." Up to 9 alleged victims will testify at the Royal Commission hearings, which begin here tomorrow. It's also expected to hear allegations of how followers were convinced to hand over their assets, as well as claims of physical abuse.
I cannot live with this deep and horrible secret.
Finally, a chance to be heard. Claire Aird, ABC News, Sydney.